Welcome back to another crypto video. Hello ladies and gentlemen, thanks for jumping back into another video. If you are new here, do smash that subscribe button. We're going to look at Fantom today because we've got some major support levels and some really big resistance levels as well. And I think this particular impulse demonstrated a lot of euphoria, a lot of thrill, and a lot of belief within the market cycle, the psychology of the market cycle after this supply zone here, where we had the distribution up here at $3. So I just want to talk about Fantom over the long term, really. I mean, looking at the daily time frame, we get a lot of projects that do produce these symmetrical triangles over the long term. Ethereum did the same thing. And of course, even though it's bearish, it is very possible that we could quite simply actually roll over here and come down to these lower support levels as such. And even, don't even write off $1.55 because we don't know how long this market lull is going to last. The bull market certainly has not expired, but do not write off that, this project cannot come back down to the $2 level and even lower levels such as $1.55, because just like here, over here, when we had this impulse and we came up to this high, we came back down almost to that 0.786 fib level. And with this impulse here, the same thing can effectively happen. We come back down to that 0.786 fib level, which would be, well, it would make sense. It would be pragmatic from a long-term point of view. And these phases of distribution and fear, the contractions and expansions, they don't happen overnight. They happen over a long period of time. As you can see, the impulse itself took a whopping 33 days. So if we had the same amount of time on a downtrend, around 30 days, you could perhaps speculate that in February, maybe Fantom will be priced at $1.50, and that would be a key support zone, given that we have a lot of support along here and a lot of support along here with the wicks over there. Now, I don't think it's going to come down that low. No way. The project has way too much traction, too much network growth in the community. It's fantastic, and it's definitely better than Ethereum in many ways. But we can identify that $2 is a really strong area to accumulate if it does come down to that level, simply because it falls on that golden Fibonacci range at the $2 zone right over there. And that's what happened before with this swing high. If you look at the retracement, it came back down to 0.786. If you look at the first one, it came down to the golden fib level at 0.618. So the first impulse did that on the retracement. The second one didn't. It came down lower. So what if this one comes down to potentially $2, which is that golden fib level? That could be a really strong area to accumulate. So I don't know where my RSI's gone. Where did you go? Running away from me. So yes, so basically we're a bit oversold on the RSI. We hit 32 on the daily time frame. We're very overextended on that 20-day moving average, which is one thing to look out for. And you can see now that we're just sort of in this falling wedge, kind of descending triangle thing, which could become quite volatile and aggressive very quickly should we not be able to hold the support levels. So I've written out these support levels on the side here for you to take a look at. And I think, it's great that we did hit that 265 support. We came below and we basically busted back through, and that was measured from the swing high over here on the 25th of November. And we are showing strength still, that we are still trading beyond the 266 support level. So if we can break out the resistance on this triangle around $2.80, we should see continuation to the upside at $3.20. And should we break through that resistance at $3.20, that's when we can come through to $3.47. Potentially make new all-time highs at $4.08 and even $4.38 given the Fibonacci extension levels. So basically looking at this particular pattern, it's looking bearish, but you want to buy the fearful situations. You don't want to be the person at the top that is buying the last green candle, so to speak, because you are not putting yourself in a good position. The upside is reduced and the risk is maximized also by doing so. So right now we're getting that rollover, and I would probably not even consider accumulating right now, because I do think it can come lower. And if we retest this 267 zone and we break that support there, we'll be saying hello to $2.38. And if we break that support zone, just like this consolidation phase, I think that's where we will come back down to potentially $2.03, which is a really strong opportunity. So $2 is a great buy zone if we do come back down to that level, and 150, well, that's absolutely incredible. That would be an undervaluation zone. So really good for accumulation if you want to get Fantom around this 146 zone. $2 also really good, but just keep an eye on this pattern here on the 4-hour time frame. If we hop into the hourly, we can see what it's doing. You've got the resistance, the support, the resistance, support, and we're probably going to come down, retest 267, which, you know, is likely, but we also have a lot of support at 253. So that's one thing to consider. The pattern itself offers a lot of support because it's converging. Because of these wicks that signify massive buying pressure, I think 253 would potentially be the bottom for this dip, and we break out to the upside, and that's when we see $3.18 once again. So it really all depends on how this symmetrical triangle is going to play out. I am confident that I think, you know, Fantom will bust through to the $3 zone quite soon, but if we lose momentum and if the rest of the market is in a lull and it pulls this down with it, that's when you can see these lower price levels such as 265, 238 and $2.03. So that's kind of what I think is going to happen with Fantom, because there was a lot of greed and euphoria around this, and the impulse was really aggressive. And the quicker things go up, you know, the quicker they come back down. Nothing goes up forever. If you look at the last few weeks, you had Avalanche, you had Solana, there was Harmony One. They all did these incredible pumps, and they've all now retraced quite violently in contrast to what they were valued at. I mean, we can see this right now with Avalanche over here. We came down 40%, and that was when everyone was calling for the moon. So people were just getting greedy. And what happens is rational thinking gets thrown out the window when euphoria takes place, and you end up following nonsensical, illogical ideas that are just hyped through the media, such as memes and everyone shilling and shouting for the moon. So that's basically what you want to be careful of. So if we do come down 50% from the top, from here, again, you're looking at that very key area of $1.50. So bit of a bearish bull on this one. I think it's a great project, but things need to slow down in order for them to grow with organic growth and actual value, as opposed to being really overvalued and everyone is greedy trying to make money overnight. Well, Rome wasn't built in a day. I think really you just need to hold the good projects, 10 to 20 different projects with an equal weighting, and just hold them for years, because the chances of 15 or 10 projects doing excellent and maybe 5 projects doing very bad, well, you're already going to be in massive profit if you did, you know, weight equally and diversify into 20 or so different projects. So that's probably the best thing that I would do, and I would add this to the bag. I dollar cost average low down here when possible. So let's see what happens. I think, you know, Fantom very, very bullish, but in order to get back up to these resistance levels at 321, it's going to be quite a challenge with the lull that we've got in the market right now. So do take consideration, do take a note of these support levels, these great levels to buy back in. And of course, on the hourly time frame, this symmetrical triangle means everything. So let's see if we can break through the 286 resistance. Let's see if we can hold the support at 255, and, you know, the following resistance and support levels will play out. So I hope you liked the video. If you did like the video, smash a like, hit a subscribe button. And also massive thanks to Mob, Peter, Alp and Cara for being patrons. They have received their ebook, and if you do want to receive yours as well, that I've been writing over the last 6 weeks, do become a patron. If you don't like it, I'll even give your money back. I'm that confident that it's going to add value to your life. So check that one out, and I'll get one sent out to you. Thanks very much, guys, and see you in the next one.